Hi, I'm Saeed Al Saeed. I'm the Destination Marketing Director at the Department of Culture and Tourism in Abu Dhabi.
Good morning, and thank you for taking a few moments to speak to Breaking Travel News today. It's a very exciting time for the Emirate. Record visitor numbers last year in 2018. Where are the new guests coming from?
Well, we have the main source markets that we're used to seeing big numbers from, like China and India and the UK and Germany, of course. But we were pleasantly surprised to see some newcomers that have big increases year on year, like Morocco, like South Korea, like France, like Italy, like Russia. So this gives us an indication that going forward, I think there will need to be a bit more effort into finding out these markets that have substantial growth in the coming years. And but it's very exciting. I mean, you saw the numbers that were coming in last year. We had over 10 million visitors to the Emirate, and that's something we're proud of and that we will work on.
And one sector that's growing perhaps even faster than some of the others is the cruise sector. A lot of investment going in there, welcoming a lot of ships from across the region.
Yes, so we realize that the cruise industry is potentially a massive industry to have as part of our offering as an emirate and as a city. And the timing of the winter works very well for us, because when it's too cold to have a cruise in the Norwegian fjords, for example, it's the perfect time to have a cruise in Abu Dhabi and around the region as well. So that's something that we're working on with the private sector as well, to try to boost the supply from a cruise line point of view. But we're also investing heavily in within the team at DCT, but also working closely with the Ports Authority to increase the capacity of the port in the future.
And what do you do with the guests once they arrive? Abu Dhabi is sort of defining itself as a very cultural emirate. You have the Louvre, a lot of attractions there on that side.
We try not to limit the offering, but rather cater to the needs and the interests of our visitor. So whether it's a culturally minded individual that wants to see museums, we have a wealth of those. But we also have families that come with their kids and they would like to see a bit more or to do a bit more fun theme park attractions, and we have a wealth of offering in that regard. So we try not to push a specific agenda on the visitor, but rather welcome them with their interests and what they would like to do, and then create the itineraries for them.
And just finally, some great headlines earlier in the year when the Pope visited Abu Dhabi. The flag carrier Etihad flew him in. Got a lot of attention for the Emirate there.
The Pope's visit was a great piece of history, in my opinion. I think Abu Dhabi is doing a lot, and the UAE in general is doing a lot to promote bridging different cultures. And you might not be aware, but 2019 was announced as the year of tolerance for the UAE by His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and that is a platform for dialogue for us. So having the Pope visit and showing that the multicultural aspect of the city and the country as a whole was very important. But we also have it creates more of a foundation for dialogue and conversation as well. So this month we will have the Special Olympics World Games as well, and that is, we're going to be hosting about 7,500 athletes from 192 countries. So that's something we're very keen on pushing and promoting, the compassion, the openness, the dialogue creation, and the Pope's visit was just another example of that.
Some interesting points, and I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure.